The sun was high in the sky as Amaka hurried around the kitchen, setting two plates of food on the dining table. Her face was calm, but her heart carried a dark secret. One of those plates contained poison, enough to kill within minutes. She glanced at the clock. It was almost time for her children to return from school. She called the maid, a young girl named Ijoma, and gave her strict instruction. When my children, Chidi and Ada, return from school, tell them to eat from the small plate. The bigger plate is for their stepsister, Nena, Amaka said, her voice firm. Ijoma nodded, yes ma. Amaka picked up her handbag and hurried out of the house, heading to the market with a wicked smile. In her mind, she imagined returning home to find Nena lifeless on the floor. That girl was a thorn in her flesh, a reminder of her husband's late wife. If Nena was gone, she would finally have full control over her home. But fate had other plans. Chidi and Ada returned from school first. They were hungry and excited to eat. As they approached the dining table, they noticed something strange. Why did mommy give the bigger plate to Nena? Chidi asked, looking at her younger sister. Ada frowned. I don't know. Maybe she likes her more than us. Chidi crossed his arm. That's not fair. We are her rich children. Their curiosity grew. If the bigger plate was for Nena, then maybe it was more special. Maybe it tasted better. Without a second thought, Chidi grabbed the bigger plate. Let's eat this one, he said. Ada hesitated but eventually nodded. They sat down and ate everything. Minutes later, Ijoma walked in. Ah! You ate food from the big plate? She asked, shocked. Chidi licked his finger. Yes, mommy gave it to Nena, but we took it instead. Before Ijoma could say another word, Chidi and Ada's faces twisted in pain. Their hands clutched their stomachs as they groaned. Ada, my stomach hurts, Chidi gasped. Mine too, Ada cried. Their bodies trembled, and within moments, they collapsed to the floor, foaming at their mouths. Ijoma screamed, somebody help! But it was too late. Chidi and Ada were gone, and Onana, the girl who was supposed to die, had not returned home yet. Amaka returned home from the market with a satisfied smile. She had spent the entire time imagining Nena's lifeless body on the floor, believing that by now her problem had been solved. As she stepped into the house, she called out, Ijoma, where is Onana? Silence. She frowned. Ijoma! Still no answer. The house was quiet. Something felt wrong. Then she saw them. Chidi and Ada lay on the floor, their lifeless eyes staring at the ceiling. Foam covered their lips. Their small bodies were stiff. Amaka dropped her shopping bag. No! 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 She screamed, running to them. She shocked Ada, no response. She shocked Chidi, nothing. Her hands trembled as realization dawned on her. The poisoned plate, her own children had eaten it. No! This wasn't supposed to happen, she wailed. At that moment, Ijoma stepped out from the corner, tears running down her face. They ate the food in the big plate, madam, she said in a trembling voice. Amaka turned to her, horror written all over her face. You let them eat it! Ijoma stepped back, fear in her eyes. But you said it was for Nena! Amaka screamed in agony. She pulled out her hair, shaking as the weight of her action crushed her. Then the front door creaked open. Nena walked in, looking confused. Mommy, why are you crying? Where is Chidi and Ada? Amaka's heart sank. The child she wanted dead was standing right in front of her, alive and well, but her own children were gone. Nnenna stared at her stepmother, confused. Mommy, what happened? Why are you crying? Amaka couldn't speak. Her mouth opened, but no words came out. She looked at Nnenna, then back at her lifeless children's body. Her knees buckled and she collapsed on the floor wailing. Ijoma stood frozen, watching the scene in terror. She knew the truth. She knew Amaka had poisoned the food, intending to kill Nnenna. But how could she say it loud? Nnenna, still unaware, stepped closer. Where is Chidi? Where is Ada? Amaka snapped. She turned to Nnenna with wild, bloodshot eyes. You were supposed to die, she screamed. Nnenna flinched. What? You took everything from me. You took my husband's love. You took my home. You! Amaka's voice broke as she clutched her chest, sobbing. It was supposed to be you. Nnenna's heart pounded. Mommy, did you do something to their food? Before Amaka could respond, the door burst open, drawn by the loud cries. Behind them stood Amaka's husband. He took one look at the scene, his children lying dead, his wife crying on the floor, and his stepdaughter standing in shock. What happened here? He demanded. Ijoma stepped forward, shaking. Sir, Madam poisoned the food. All eyes turned to Amaka. Amaka's husband staggered back. No, tell me it's a lie. But the look on Amaka's face told him everything. He rushed to his children, shaking them, calling their names, but they were gone. A heartbreaking scream tore from his throat. You killed them? Grabbing Amaka by the shoulder. You killed our own children. Amaka wailed. It wasn't supposed to be them. You are a monster. He spat, pushing her away. The neighbors murmured, their eyes filled with disgust. Some had suspected Amaka never truly loved Nnenna, but no one imagined she could do something this wicked. Suddenly, the room grew cold. A strange wind swept through the house, and then a voice whispered, Mommy, why did you kill us? Amaka froze. Her breath caught in her throat. Chidi and Ada's voices echoed from nowhere, soft but filled with sorrow. Mommy, why? Amaka let out a piercing scream. No! No! Leave me alone! She clutched her head, rocking back and forth. It was a mistake. Her husband stepped back, horror written all over his face. The neighbors whispered in tears. Amaka suddenly burst into laughter, wild, chilling laughter. Then she started tearing out her clothes, shaking violently. She had lost her mind. Nnenna clung to her father, tears rolling down her cheeks. He held her close, realizing that he had almost lost her too. As the police arrived and took Amaka away, she kept screaming. It was supposed to be her! It was supposed to be her! But it wasn't. It was her own children. And now, she would live the rest of her life haunted by voices, tormented by her own wickedness.